I was left alone, and the police siren stopped. I looked over to the open passage to see, okay, the incubi, and now we're in familiar territory.
Where is he? I swear I'm gonna...
Dude, you're too friggin' late. Also, I know magic! Want me to demonstrate? He's gone. Eris took him and left. They won't be coming back. It was also surreal. I was helped by a devil? But I quickly shook off the feeling. I was alive, and that's all that mattered. I fought to stay alive, and there I was. The boys tried to question me, but James cleared his throat, catching the attention of his brothers and me.
Let's just get you home, miss.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to see here.
No, there might be some interesting graffiti. But yeah, let's go. It's been a long day. Altogether, we began to walk out of the warehouse back home. There was no way in hell anyone was going to find out about this. Until my tell-all book. It was over. It's never over. And I have the skip button. And skip. Do I want the boys gone? Yes. Yes, I do. GTFO. We go to bed, we wake up, and Diana's here! Yay! We meet a succubus. Because we're, equal opportunity in what supernatural beasties we're gonna meet.
Well, you are pretty.
I know, thank you.
But you seem very reckless. Too reckless.
I know. I moved and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Well, I came here to clean up what the boys clearly forgot to clean. Men. So sloppy.
I know, right? And skippy skip skip. Because we're once again suspended above a hell demon pit. I can make a deal, I can fight, or I can give up the memories. You know what? I already fought today, so I don't really want to fight again. Plus, last time I demonstrated what happens if you fight, yeah, you kinda die. I don't really want to do with Diana just yet, because I don't feel charitable toward her at all. But, take my memories and get the boys out of my home. Please. I want my life back. My mind began to wander, and I began to hit the skip button. Because we knew all this. We've played it before. And the next morning comes, and we're alone, and have we always been alone? That's a weird feeling. Oh well. Time to eat, grab my book, see I have a text, and get going.
Dude, are you okay? Did the drive home yesterday go okay with your dad?
The what now? I tried to remember, but for some reason, yesterday's events seemed blurry and almost blank. I remembered going to school, dealing with Lizette, and going home. I don't remember, however, ever being picked up by him. It must have been, or else I wouldn't be safe at home. I rubbed my head, trying to shake out exhaustion. Damn studying. I sighed and texted back. Sorry, forgot to text you back. Everything was fine. See you when you get here. And now we're back to the skip button as we await my friends. We go to school. It's history class time, which isn't as boring, but still not as cool, and I still space. Zuzu seemed to be very tense, focused on her desk more than usual. I was almost tempted to poke her and see what was wrong. My phone, though, vibrated in my pocket. Thank God I set it to vibrate before class. Or just shut it off altogether because you're in the school and you're supposed to be learning. I pulled out the phone and checked it, seeing the text from Naomi. I began to text back, suddenly going into text conversation.
Hey, do you know what's wrong with Suzu?
No. No.
Oh, I hope she's okay. She looks so stern.
Yeah, she does. Same here. I looked over once again at Zuzu. She was intensely scribbling in her notebook, almost obsessively so. The grip on her new-looking purple pencil. Why does that sound familiar? Was almost tight enough to bend in each stroke she made with it.
Oh, by the way, did you hear?
No? What?
Apparently, Suzu's family is really involved
What?
with the mob. My dad told me he saw Suzu's dad in court this morning with a big-time crime boss.
Yay? Really? I couldn't believe it. Was Zuzu okay? I looked over once more. Something made my heart slightly skip at seeing her again. I was worried, yes, but for some reason, I felt a little sad. Zuzu had always sworn up and down that her family had no relations with the crime lords, yet this happened. Why was this happening? Yeah, why indeed? Not like a certain succubus would know anything about this. I put my phone back in my pocket, ending the conversation. Hopefully Zuzu would explain things to me soon. I was worried beyond belief about Zuzu's position with her family. Time continued until the end of class period and the exact status. Zuzu held her tense ground, focusing on nothing but the incoherent scribbles on her paper, while Naomi and I watched on in worry, not caring for the class we were in. As the bell rang, Zuzu stood up suddenly.
I gotta go. See you guys later.
Aww. Bye. Zuzu zipped out of the class like she was fleeing the devil himself. Hey, I just fought a devil yesterday. I can do this. I mean, I'm a concerned friend.
What just happened?
She got out of here like she does every class. I don't know. You know what? Let us go after her, you know? I needed to see what was wrong. Zuzu was important to me, and I needed to help her. I instantly grabbed my things and rushed out the room.
Whoa! Where are you going? Hey!
Off to go be a friend, like you should be. I wasn't listening. I needed to get to Zuzu. The hall was full of students, which made spotting Zuzu a little harder. I wish she were just a little taller. Zuzu! I began to push through the crowd, trying to find a trace of her hair, her jacket, anything. I managed to get a glimpse of her green jacket, instinctively following it down the hall into a classroom. Zuzu's class was the other way. Where was she going? I continued following and peeked into the classroom, seeing no one else in there except Zuzu. What shocked me was seeing Zuzu standing over an empty desk, slamming her fists onto the wood. It's a school desk. I question if it's actually really wood. I didn't know what to do. The world behind me in the hall went into slow motion as I stared at Zuzu's back. Girl, stop casting spells. Come on. She obviously wanted to be alone, but I wanted to help her and fix whatever was bothering her. And you know what? We are going to help her, because that is what we do, because we are good friends. I couldn't leave her like this. I quietly stepped into the room and closed the door, making my cell phone make noises. Making Zuzu flinch and freeze up. Zuzu? Zuzu gasped before turning to me, a shocked expression on her face. Tears had painted her cheeks, which made my heart sink in my chest. Zuzu, what's wrong?
It's nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm a girl. You can't play the nothing game with me. Zuzu quickly rubbed her eyes and face, trying to cover her face and clean it from the sadness. I pressed my lips together, not believing her. Zuzu, talk to me. You were acting strange in history.
I was just listening to the lecture.
Like I said, you were acting strange. You were scribbling in your notebook. I was watching almost the entire class period.
I have bad handwriting.
This I believe, unlike Naomi. That was true, but she wouldn't write notes about class. She didn't care much about class, unlike Naomi and me. When have I shown I care about class at all this story? I have not done any homework. I haven't really done anything. The only thing I've actually studied was the magical book, and I don't think that counts. Why was she lying to me? What was going on? What was making her so distraught? Zuzu, what is troubling you? Let me help you.
You can't help me, okay?
Sure I can. I'm the main character. I can help everybody. I stepped back, feeling the sudden anger in her voice. She covered her mouth, regretting what came out of it, and stared almost in pure fright at me. Zuzu. I stepped towards her, not wanting to scare her, but wanting to be closer. Zuzu didn't seem affected, so I continued to walk towards her. Eventually, we were only a desk away from each other. Tell me. Zuzu stared before letting out a shuddering sigh, nodding in defeat. I slowly took a seat in the desk in front of me, watching as she moved to stand in front of it.
I've been having some issues, okay?
Okay, tell me what they are. Issues? What about?
I'm supposed to help out the casino after graduation.
Okay, that doesn't sound like a bad plan. Isn't that good? It's a job, so it'll pay.
Yeah, pay. And blood money.
Okay, yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. What do you mean? Come on, talk to me. Is something going on with the casino?
Yeah, I get the pleasure of being a true Italian.
You're gonna have meatballs? And spaghetti? What do you mean?
Well, Dad's always wanted to own a casino,
Yeah.
but my dad's an immigrant and whatever, so language barriers kept him from doing that.
Oh.
Luckily, my mom's pure Chicagoan, and so she knows English. When they opened up the casino together, I thought it'd be a great experience.
Yeah, it sounds like that could have been cool. What happened? But it wasn't, was it?
A couple of suits showed up to our house last night.
Oh.
Mafia suits. They claimed that we were under protection as part of the Capone family.
Yeah, you... Okay, your night was also kind of shit. I was kidnapped by a demon, and I prefer magic. I at least got to end the night feeling empowered, and... Oh wait, I don't know any of this. Last night was just boring for me, so was the whole weekend. You had a rough time. No way, Zuzu.
Look, I knew my family was a little messed up, but to be related to Capone was beyond crazy.
Yeah.
My mother swore up and down that she had no relation to them, but apparently, through a marriage and a couple contracts, we're technically part of the family.
Okay. That sucks.
Even if it isn't true, they made my folks sign out a protection license.
Have they gone to the police? Hopefully? It was crazy. Al Capone was the Chicago mobster, Robin Hood, but knew how to keep a family together. I never knew Zuzu's family was so involved. With Zuzu so protective of her family, it's no wonder she was upset. She even preached so often that her family wasn't involved in things like that. Even Naomi defended her. I had to stop. This wasn't helping Zuzu. I needed to help her feel better beyond anything else. So what happens to you?
Nothing. We pay a part of our profit to the family, and we're protected. Protected my ass. It's bribe money to make sure we don't lose business or get bombed.
Yeah, that kinda sucks. Zuzu stared down at the desk between us, her hands tightening into fists. I am curious with this. As I presumed pursue Naomi last time, was this still going on? Or did this happen because I chose to pursue her?
This is bullshit. I was gonna
It
be
is.
normal, I was gonna be happy, I was gonna
Yep.
finally be normal enough to ask you out!
What now? I'm sorry, what was that last part? I felt like I was dreaming. What? She wanted to ask me out? Huh? When? How? Zuzu covered her mouth and stared up at me, as if she had slapped me and regretted moving her hand. I stared, lost in my own thoughts. Zuzu pounded the desk with her fist again.
Fuck! This is great! Just great! Just turn around.
Bright eyes? No. Not happening. I stood and turned around, obeying her. No. Bad Ivy. Lost in my own train of thought, I needed to do anything I could to help her subconsciously. I could hear Zuzu grumbling to herself.
This is stupid. Stupid! Need to stop. You might as well go. I mean, this is...
I wanna hug her. Zuzu groaned. I could feel her mixed emotions radiate onto my back. I felt myself step forward, away from Zuzu in reaction. Quickly, though, Zuzu grabbed hold of my vest. Ugh, you're wearing a vest. That's so tacky. I froze, breaking from my thoughts.
I like you. I really do, okay?
Aww. I felt my heart flutter in flattery. Zuzu, one of my best friends, liked me. I wasn't sure what to say. Zuzu's grip on my wrist tightened, pulling me slightly. I wanted to turn and hug her, but right now, she needed to let her emotions out. Or you can hug her and she can let her emotions out that way. Just saying. You can put a lot of emotions into a hug.
I like you, but I don't want to ask you out like this. I don't want people to think you're affiliated with the Mafia kid.
So what?
This whole situation is just messed up and...
Oh, sweetie. So what? It doesn't matter. You are not in the mob. I felt my heart drop. She cared about me and wanted to protect me from her reputation. I was flattered, but at the same time, I was angry. Yeah, Ivy has a lot of anger. She was my best friend, and she liked me enough to confess her feelings to me, despite her situation. What could I say to her, though? This was a huge deal for both her and me. She had been one of my best friends for the majority of my life, and here she was, confessing to having a crush on me. It was surreal, yet it made me feel both strange and fluffy. Zuzu sighed and let go of my vest. I turned around to see her run her fingers through her hair.
Look, I'm sorry.
Don't be.
I guess I needed to vent. I
It's
feel better
okay.
now.
Good. Sometimes just having someone listen is enough. I couldn't help but stare at Zuzu longer. Was she not expecting me to say anything in return? A sentence bubbled in my stomach, forcing itself out of my mouth without a filter. Yeah, go out with me. We have had a blast every time we've hung. Just saying. I did not know what came over me. I let it spill out. I liked her, though. I liked her a lot. She was badass and cute in her own special way. I loved that she was an individual and stayed true to herself no matter what Naomi or I did. Sure, she was a little aggressive, but that added to the charm. Zuzu stared wide-eyed at me, blushing as red as she could be. I was positive that she blushed anymore, she would faint from all the blood rushing into her cheeks to color them that red.
Did you just...
Yep. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. I stepped forward and gently took Zuzu's hand. I needed her to know how I felt. She poured her feelings out to me. It was more than fair to share mine with her. I really like you, too. You're adorable, and I love that about you. You're caring and fun, and you have this sort of charm. Zuzu, will you go out with me? Zuzu was completely red in the face, but her eyes started to water. Rogue tears dipped down the edges of her eyes. She almost glared at me.
But what about...
What about what? I don't care. We'll deal with it as it comes. But for now, I want to be with you. Truly. Zuzu stared before rushing at me and hugging me tightly. Burying her face in my chest, I held her tightly, wanting to comfort her. I felt a small part of my heart filled with pure joy. I felt happy, like nothing was going to stand in our way. Months went by since Zuzu's confession. We were happy, and eventually graduation came along. The rest of the story, no, I want to know about the mob. I am very curious about this. I graduated from school as the top 10 students, family proud, even dad. Why is this not skippable? Maybe it was because I did my best in school. Maybe it was because I was finally a woman in his eyes. Finally. Why is this not skippable? Zuzu, my girlfriend, went to work at the casino right after school, learning both security and machine design. I guess her love for video games drew her interest to the slot machines. Soon she was able to fix broken or hacked machines within mere moments. Aww. Good for her. That's a valuable skill to have. As for her family, Oh, good, we actually are going to find out what happened there. They weren't afraid of the protection they had, but they were cautious with every business meeting they had with the bank bigwigs. Zuzu would often drag me to the arcade to blow off steam if something went wrong. But what of my future? Yeah, maybe you should be a little more concerned about that. Well, with Zuzu's support, I finally decided to stand up for myself. After I graduated, Andrew and I presented our cases, and why is this not skippable? We went to the board, he's now the CEO. Father's shocked, but we talked him round to it. He's happy, I'm happy, I get to do my stuff. My grandfather would have been proud, Andrew's doing an awesome job. Position's filled, and I'm free, and I can do whatever I want. I wouldn't have to be scared, and my life's my own. Woo. Seriously, why is that not skippable? That is so the same dialogue. That being said, I was still scared of where the future was going to take me. What did I want to do? Did I want to help Andrew build a company? Did I want to venture off on my own? Zuzu reassured me that she would support me and help me through whatever I decided to do. I was grateful and would never forget that promise. I was happy, and nothing could shake me down from that happiness. One morning I woke up and took in all that had happened as if it were all a dream. My life seemed to fall perfectly into place. It was almost surreal.
Is everything as you wanted, sweetie?
Hey, you! You're back. Cool. I sharply turned my head to see a woman in a dress of black and gold, staring at me with unnatural red eyes. For some reason, I felt as if she were familiar, but I couldn't place my finger on it. She twirled around a small purple pencil, smiling at me with a happy look. I, however, wasn't happy of the sudden intruder. Who are you?
There's no need to worry about who I am.
Exactly.
I just wanted to make sure you got what you desired. I didn't want to just leave you empty-handed.
Well, that's a weird thing to say. What I desire. This was making no sense. Yet in my heart, I felt it did. Something about her was making my heart both elated and angry, but I couldn't pin it down why. How did she appear in my room in the first place? Whoever you are, you need to leave. I will not hesitate to call the police.
Oh, I'm leaving, all right.
Good.
I just wanted a small pick-me-up.
What?
Chasing down boys and bringing them home was a hard job.
Wow,
and
you
took a
don't look
lot
like a
out
mom.
of me.
I felt suddenly weak staring at the woman. I felt warm and fuzzy inside my body, and I wanted the woman to cure me. Wait, what? No. Why was I feeling like this? I am a loyal girlfriend, darn it.
Would you mind if I steal a little kiss for the
Yes,
road?
I mind terribly.
It'll be a long trek to where I'm going, and I need to make sure I have the energy to get there. It's only fair since I helped you get your little happy ending, no?
And sorry, what? I let myself nod. What was I doing? The woman smiled before walking over, leaning over me, and kissing my cheek. I felt a wave of energy deplete from my body through my cheek. I felt elated and confused, but I almost moaned at the feel of the kiss. After a small moment, the woman finally stepped away with a lick of her lips. She rubbed a finger over her lips as she stepped away from me. I couldn't help but stare blankly at her in surprise and confusion.
Lovely. Now, this is the last time you'll see me. I hope you and your little Suzu have a wonderful life together.
Hey, she's not that little. She is average height, I will have you know. The woman placed the purple pencil into her cleavage of the dress and began to leave the room. I was too stunned to move, but I watched as the woman opened my balcony window, floated up, and dropped from the balcony.
And thus, my price is paid.
Cool. I heard her voice echo in my mind before I heard the snapping of a pencil breaking in my thoughts. What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, my life. I let my mind wander to my future before my phone started ringing. I instantly picked it up. Hello?
Hey, can I come over?
Always. I'm actually surprised you're not sleeping here. Yeah, sure. What's wrong?
I just need to see you, okay?
Okay, I'll see you in a bit. I grew worried. What was wrong? Did something happen? My mind began to sort through possibilities that could have occurred with Zuzu. Soon enough, I heard Zuzu's motorcycle pull up to the gate. I rushed to the front doors and opened them to see Zuzu looking at me with serious distress in her eyes.
Tell me you love me.
I love you? What? Zuzu, what's...
Just tell me.
I don't know where the floating demon lady went. It meant nothing. All right, I love you, okay?
You love me?
Yeah. I love you a lot, okay? Now what's... Before I knew it, Zuzu rushed to me and held me tightly. I gasped but wrapped my arms around Zuzu, trying to comfort her, despite my confusion. She obviously needs some love right now. I would get my answers when she was okay.
I love you too. I never felt like this with anyone.
Aww. Shh. It's okay, Zuzu. It's okay. I held her close, petting her head gently. When Zuzu relaxed in my arms, she looked up at me, tears in her eyes.
My parents want you to come over for dinner.
Okay. I'm assuming I've done this before. Wait, what?
My parents want to meet you as my girlfriend.
Oh?
They were shocked when they found out you and I were together, and it's really embarrassing. I don't want you to feel pressured, but they're serious. And now that they're connected with the mob, then...
Girl, calm down. It's gonna be fine. Also, aw, they want to meet me as your girlfriend. That's so cool. Aw. Again, meeting the parents is a big frickin' deal. Regardless of how or when it happens. And it's really great. It feels like Zuzu's parents are being supportive of this relationship. Because I know, well, I personally do not know it as a straight white woman that fell in love with a straight white man having to go through any sort of adversity like this. Because you do hear horror stories of people's parents that weren't accepting of their daughter bringing home a girlfriend or their son bringing home a boyfriend. So this is actually really nice that Zuzu's parents are okay with it. Zuzu, shh. I placed a finger over her lips, making her stare up at me in surprise. Also, it's nice being the tall one in this relationship. I would love to have dinner with your folks as your girlfriend. I'd do anything for you. Aww, kissies. So cute. Zuzu smiled widely up at me, more tears falling down her cheeks. She wrapped her arms up under my arms and kissed me lovingly, surprising me. As soon as she did, though, she pulled away.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, come on. I'm sure we've had kissies before. Feeling bold, I grabbed her hand and pulled her back to me, wrapping my arms around her and kissing her with the same amount of love she gave me. She was shocked, but as I felt her relax in my arms, she kissed me back. I didn't want to wake up if this was indeed a dream. I felt light as a feather, not wanting to ever let go of the woman in my arms. There were no words that could describe the emotions within me. I felt joy, happiness, ecstatic, high, all at once. Here I was, holding the woman I wanted to be with like nothing else mattered. Because in this moment, honestly, nothing else does matter. You two are together, and you're gonna come through this. I vowed to cherish her and love her for the remainder of my days and beyond. And that was my happily ever after. End Zuzu's Love, F. And now, pretty song, which I am going to skip because we've heard it last time. And we unlocked Zuzu's love achievement. And that is one more path down. I don't know when I'll be coming back to this again, but hopefully soon. Now that I can skip through a lot of the repetitive dialogue, these are going to be quicker to produce. I just hope that while I'm skipping, I'm not skipping too much. And yeah, that was Zuzu's romance. I like the messages behind it, but I still prefer Naomi's to Zuzu's romance. And I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just a matter of taste and what you like, and what type of personality you like. I am more drawn to a Naomi type who's very calm, together, a little bit more polished, than someone who is more Zuzu's type, who's a little bit more feisty and aggressive. Again, everyone's mileage may vary, and it is nice they are at least giving you some different options. Because maybe you're not into demon love, you know? Or succubi or incubi love. You know? And I think there we will cut the video. Until next, tak likatela pedo. Okay, we are out. That wraps up Zuzu's path.